Well, the Warriors taking strides to enhance their player development. They bought a D-League team and moved it to nearby Santa Cruz.
And that team actually played in the D-League Finals in the championship game, lost to Fort Wayne. That's enabled their younger players, though, that D-League team, to practice with the NBA teammates, and that's got to be a positive.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch them, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. Steve, for a long time last year, the Warriors really didn't have a true backup point guard. You know, they started the year with Tony Douglas, but eventually traded him as the season went on. And I think part of that, I'd love to hear what you have to say, is because they thought that Dre could run the second unit.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was some of the thinking there. And they did bring in some new guys, but that's one of the luxuries of having Iguodala on your team. He plays multiple positions. I think you can use him as a backup point in some cases, but, his big weapon is defensively locking people up and then running the floor, where he is a devastating force.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And with Iguodala, even with the first unit, he could handle playmaking duties a fair amount, which helped Curry do what he could do. They really did complement each other in that manner.
Well, there are a few wingmen who can handle the ball and make plays like Iguodala can. Even though his assist numbers weren't as high last year as they have been in the past, he showed he can efficiently act as a point guard for long stretches of time. You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time. I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Russell Westbrook returning last season from a torn meniscus suffered in the first round, Steve, of the 2013 playoffs.
Yeah, and the injury ended up requiring 3 different surgeries over an 8-month span, so a real scare for the Thunder. Fortunately, he came back and looked fantastic in the playoffs, and so there's less concern now over Westbrook's long-term health.
Shoots it. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Good.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And there's the feed to Robertson. Outside Westbrook. And that one's good. Westbrook's got 13 points.
And Westbrook is a player not only known for his explosiveness, but also his durability. He hadn't missed a game due to injury ever, dating back to high school. But a freak accident, that collision with Patrick Beverley, really took it out of his hands in terms of his consecutive games played streak.
Outside Durant. No good. Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 10.
And for Westbrook, the prognosis from his meniscus repair is supposed to be good. He certainly looked explosive. Here's hoping that he remains healthy. You'd love to see a great player at his best.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Curry's checked in for Golden State. Durant with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And Durant gets double teamed. And it's the Thunder with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook drives in. Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. some people would say. What about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever, but Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. I mean, he plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
Yeah, a lot of torque. Yeah. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose, because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
The pre-injured Rose was...
He was right in that same category.
You got it. Goes up on the wing. Feeds it to Robertson. From downtown. And it's Westbrook again missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, and that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Curry kicks to Thompson. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Thunder trailing by 21. Ibaka at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Perkins got 8 rebounds in this game. For 3, Durant. They get it again. Westbrook. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low. Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Well, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Robertson dishes to Perkins. He kicks it to Ibaka. Takes the 3. Westbrook passes to Durant. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And now it's 27 points for Kevin Durant. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Nobody near Barnes. Curry, good.
It's hard to imagine them not running away with this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like they have been.
Steve, everything is falling for them this half, and they haven't had any empty possessions, scoring on every trip.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Westbrook with a screen for Durant. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
After a first half where he had just 1 turnover, fellas, things have changed in the second. They're starting to pile up on him now.
Here's Curry with the 3. And the shot is good. Curry's got 31.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight.
Thompson misses. Thunder trailing by 16. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Oklahoma City. Curry can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And he gets it to go. Warriors leading by 14. Right side Curry. Hits the target from 18 feet. Curry's got 33.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lamb. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
There's the foul. That's on Jeremy Lamb. That's his first foul. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Thunder trailing by 14. It's Durant on the wing, covered by Barnes, and Durant gets double teamed. So it's the Warriors now. Warriors leading by 14. On the wing, Thompson. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 16 here in the second half.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Here's Lamb. Off target from outside.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Lamb sets a screen for Durant. Robertson dishes to Perkins. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, you know, this last draft class was one that had been hyped up for such a long time with the big names, primarily Wiggins, Parker, and Embiid, all being viewed as potential franchise players. I'm not quite sure of that, but they certainly are tremendous talents. A lot of teams knew that, and it became a bit of the race to the bottom for some franchises.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. They really have to give it up for the Warriors.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Curry. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
Well, Steve, you were a general manager in the NBA and NBA coach now, but you know that teams that know they're not going to make the playoffs will play younger players as opposed to perhaps some veterans, giving those younger players time to develop, maybe not necessarily securing wins, but certainly securing experience for those kind of players.
Well, securing experience and then also securing a high draft pick. And obviously, you know, you have to get lucky and hit on a star player at some point. But I think it's the preferable method for teams to go that route these days rather than to just hang around the middle of the league in mediocrity.
Outside, Green. Barnes passes to Green. Back to Curry. He dishes it to Thompson. Three-pointer. No luck. Puts up a prayer. Missed. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had